Hello everybody, this is the Arkansas Minuteman 0864 here. Today is part one of a three-part series on sustainment packs to use with your patrol rig out. I'm going to go over three different type bags. They're going to be each a different size, and I'm going to point out what I like about them, what I don't like about them. The first one we're going to go over is a current issue, U.S. Army issued Miley 2 medium backpack. They call it a medium. I say it's a small. This is good for about 24 hours, maybe 36 at the most, due to its size. And this is going to keep you down to carrying only what you absolutely have to carry and what you absolutely need. And that's the end of that. The pack is made out of a heavy-duty Cordura nylon. It has a external composite type frame to it. It has a waist belt that, as you can see here, I've got attached behind it. It has a quick release buckle on it. Now, what I like about it is if you use this in conjunction with a belt rig, you can tie it around back of the backpack like I had it originally. And that gets it out of the way of all your belt kit if you're using a belt kit. This really works well if you're wearing a chest rig. Now with that, let me state that if you're wearing a body armor plate carrier, then you're going to be hard pressed to find a backpack you can wear with a carrier plate carrier that rides comfortably on you. They're just, I don't know if they've even made one yet that rides comfortably with a plate carrier. Now on this backpack, it does have wide straps. However, they are pretty thin. And that means if you load this thing up really heavy, after a while it's going to start cutting into your shoulders due to the thinness. It does have also a sternum strap that you can hook across your sternum and tighten down to keep the straps from sliding off your shoulders. Because if you're like I am and don't have squared broad shoulders but have sloping shoulders, the straps tend to want to slide down your shoulders. On the front of the pack, it has a large bottom pocket. It has a small upper pocket. On the inside of the small pocket, as you can see, it has one decent size internal pocket and then three smaller sizes for like markers, pens, pencils, and such. This pocket I have found to be good for carrying admin stuff like notebooks, protractors, extra maps. You can carry your GPS unit in here if you want to. Also, I will carry in here a small fire starter kit, my headlamp, spare batteries for my thermals, my nods, and the flashlight that's on my rifle. And I would also pack one broke down MRE mill or one freeze-dried mill in here. The zipper has two zippers on it, so it can be zipped from either side, either way. Overall, it's a good pack. It does have some shortcomings, though. We'll get into that here in a minute. The larger pack, it has 4 pockets on the inside of it, 2 on the front flap, 2 on the back of the pocket. It is a good size pocket. In here, I would carry 3 to 6 magazines loaded. I would probably also put my thermals in here, or my nods in here, and have them with me right here. Of course, I would wrap both of those items up with some kind of like a towel or something to give them some buffering so they don't get knocked against the magazines and get messed up. What I have found is these pockets, they're good. You could take a pair of socks, put in a small Ziploc bag, get all the air out, and you can put a pair of socks in each pocket. You need to always carry a pair of socks. And the rule of thumb is 2 is 1, 1 is none. And I have found in 24 years in the military that if I was going out for 3 days, I carried 4 pairs of socks. So I'd have 5 total. The pair I was wearing, and then I would have, no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I would have 4 pairs of socks. The pair I was wearing, and then I would have 2 changes and a spare in case I got held out longer than what I was anticipating. Also on this pack, you will notice it has MOLLE webbing on the bottom pocket that you can attach pouches to. It has it on each side along the bottom here and up here at the top. The bottom you can put like a small or maybe medium GP pouch. Up here, this is perfect if you've got one of the tourniquet carriers. It'll fit on either side up here. So you could actually carry 2 extra tourniquets on here. At the top, it has got a Velcro opening up on each side that you can run your bladder hose through or your radio wires and antenna. It also has a strap on top that you can roll up like a poncho and wrap around it and buckle that up here on top. The straps up here have strap keepers, so you can roll them up and put these strap keepers on top. They keep it from flapping around, and it has a solid carry handle. If you go down, they can grab you, especially if you got the waist belt connected. They can drag you into safety and get you out of harm's way. On the inside of this pack, it has a large, right here, you have the strapping for the newest version of the Singar's radio. You can also plug that in. You can put a bladder in there, or it's got 2 pockets here that will fit up to about a 2-quart bladder of water in each one of these. Me, I would put my bladder in the back, and then I would use this to separate like maybe additional socks or clothing or something along that nature. But you can sort things out in here. I would carry additional meals in here. I carry 1 meal on my PLCE web belt set, and I would carry 1 more meal than what I was anticipating being out there for. So if I was anticipating being out there for 24 hours, I would carry 2 meals in the backpack, because the one in my webbing is my emergency backup deal. In here, I would carry more mission critical equipment. If you wanted to and anticipated being out overnight, you could take like a patrol bag and you could fill this up, but that patrol bag would just about fill up the whole pack. So this, I wouldn't recommend it. It has drain holes in the bottom of the pockets on the outside. It also has drain holes down here on the bottom of the main pocket inside. And under here, you can run straps. So if you wanted to carry like a sleeping pad with you, you could roll it up and run them under there, or you could roll up a tarp, hang under there, or a poncho or something along that nature. Maximum carry weight of this, I would say, would be approximately 20 pounds, maybe 25. I think that after you hit that 20 or 25 pound mark, even though the straps are wide and do distribute the weight pretty well, I think you would run into problems of it starting to cut in your shoulders due to how thin they are. It does have load lifters up here that can be adjusted. It does have down at the bottom 2 quick releases. So you can pull both of them and drop the pack off your back. Say you walk into an ambush and you need to dump it, you yank them both, and it's off and you're able to maneuver. Some of the stuff that I would carry for sustainment with my patrol rig, and this will go for 24, 48, and 72 hours. I would always carry extra food, extra water, extra ammo. The 36 to 48 hour, I definitely would be carrying a bivy sack with it, depending upon the time of year, with either a poncho liner or I would be carrying a patrol bag. And because I'm hot natured, I can use a bivy cover, a patrol bag, and a poncho liner, and I will be good down to about 25, 30 degrees. I would also, on the longer deal, especially in cold weather, I would plus up with an extra set of lightweight and medium weight thermals. And I would carry also a balaclava, and in cold weather, I would carry a heavier set of gloves inside the pack. I would also add either a solid fuel stove to the kit, or I would go and add a gas stove to the kit, depending upon the situation. Now, some people out there saying, well, you need to carry an e-tool everywhere you go. No. I don't see a need. If you're out on a short patrol and you're doing a recon patrol, you're not doing any digging, because when you dig something, you're not going to get everything back the way it was when you got there. That's going to be a sure tell sign that somebody's been in the AO, and they're going to start immediately looking for you. And it won't be long if they got a good tracker. They will pick you up and they'll track you down. Now, with that being said, this is my take on what I call a small patrol bag, what the Army calls a medium pack. You can leave your thoughts, your comments down in the section below. If you got any suggestions, drop them down there. I try to read every one of them. I try to answer every one of them. If I don't mind critical criticism, but please keep it polite and tactful. I don't know everything. I spent 24 years in the military. I didn't learn everything. And so please be polite in your comments and suggestions and whatnot. I do want to send a shout out to all my subscribers that I have at this time. I am actually blown away by the number I've got in such a short period of time. I appreciate all the well wishes and good luck on this. And I also appreciate all the suggestions I get. Is there something you'd like for me to go over? I will look into it. If I've got it, I will pull it out and go over it. If I don't have it, I will let you know. And if it's available, I will try to get it and go over it for you and give you my thoughts and ideas on it. Now, in part 2, that will be coming up here shortly. And I hope to have part 2 out by Friday, the weekend, to give you all something to look at. I will be going over the Crossfire DG3 55-liter bag. That, in my opinion, is an excellent 72-hour bag for patrolling. And I will go over what I've started packing into one that I've got. And with that being said, I want to send a shout out to Prepared Pathfinder. Tom, thank you for giving me the chance to pick that pack up from you. I am loving it. I love wearing it. I love using it. It is an awesome pack. And it is the one I was looking for, since I was looking for the older version that had the molly webbing on it. And we'll go into all of that when I make the film for it. So in the meantime, keep patrolling, pay attention to detail, and live.